I have something to tell you guys that I just found out about literally yesterday, or actually kind of Saturday and kind of yesterday. Today is Tuesday, January 31st. So you guys are probably not even gonna believe this, but let's backtrack a little bit. As you guys may or may not know, I've shared it in my videos recently that like my skin has been breaking out. I don't know, I've just been going through a lot with like my skin over the past couple of months, and it just literally took my self-confidence down. So I actually was planning to go see a dermatologist in the near future, and so I don't know, I decided to go to the doctors for something else. And then while I was there, I also decided that I wanted to also, you know, test for celiac disease. And the reason being is my brother has celiac disease and he was diagnosed maybe 2 years ago. I didn't think of testing back then only because I didn't feel like I had any symptoms, so I was just like not really thinking anything of it. And I bring up my skin only because my brother also, back then, they're like the same age that I am now, he also, I feel like, struggled with the same type of skin issues that I had, and so it kind of was also like a click. Okay, like that was just like another thing to be like on the lookout for. And his skin is now better, and you know, he's eating a gluten-free diet and all of that stuff. So I went into the doctors. They did blood work on me so that they can test for the specific things that they test for. And also I do feel like there were certain times where I would get bloated. Like I do deal with bloating a lot, or I did deal with a lot of bloating, especially like after some meals, but I didn't think into it too much. Like I was just like, maybe I'm just full, you know what I mean? But I did deal with a lot of bloating. And so then speaking with my doctor, I was like, you know, I do experience bloating, and just sharing some other things. I still don't have, I would say, all the symptoms that there is online. So it kind of is also concerning for the people who also may have this and just go undiagnosed. So then fast forward a couple of days later, I did get an email with like my results in my chart, and I was looking at the numbers, and of course like I was just like so nervous because it was flagged as high, and I was like, okay, like this definitely means it. And there was like three lab work that she did, and the third one was supposed to actually say either negative or positive, and it did say positive. And so yeah guys, yesterday I was, I guess the correct terminology is diagnosed with celiac disease. I just feel like when I reference it in my vlogs, I'm just gonna say celiac, or obviously gluten-free, because what I do have to do is follow a gluten-free diet. It's going to be a lifestyle change as a whole besides just diet, because you know, when I go out, I have to be mindful of restaurants that I'm eating at, or menus, and you know, little things like that that you don't even think twice about when you're with your friends, and just day-to-day things, just having to be mindful of everything, going on vacation, like things like that. You just have to be more mindful and aware of that. And it can be, I mean, from what I've seen, even from my brother too, like it is kind of frustrating in the beginning, and then you learn to adjust to it, and like I said, it becomes a lifestyle change and all that stuff. And so my family actually, when they went to the supermarket, they picked up a couple of things, which I'm going to show you guys in this video, a little haul, some of the things that they have bought already. And I'm also going to take a trip to Whole Foods because I want to, you know, look around, browse. My sister said they actually had a lot of good things there, and it's so funny. Well, not funny, but in my last video, literally just one of my most recent videos, I did a what I eat in a day. And in that video I was talking about how, because that was pre-filmed like a couple of weeks ago, and I was saying in that video like, oh, I eat, you know, whatever I want, I don't restrict myself, it's just like healthy, balanced clown emoji, because now I can't just eat what I want anymore. And some of the meals that I do eat are already gluten-free, like my breakfast is gluten-free, the eggs, spinach. And so let me give you guys, not that I'm giving you an educational lesson, because I'm still learning myself, and every day will be a learning process for me, but to give you a little definition. So what is celiac disease? Celiac disease is a serious autoimmune disease that occurs in genetically predisposed people where the ingestion of gluten leads to damage in the small intestine. But only 30% are properly diagnosed, which is what I was speaking about earlier. Like there's probably so many people who don't know because of the symptoms. I feel like I don't have a lot of them, and so, you know. And what is gluten? It's a protein found in wheat, rye, and barley. And so what happens in people with celiac disease is their body mounts an immune response that attacks the small intestine. And so I'm actually glad that I'm still young, and it can develop over time. So for example, like my brother, whatever symptoms he was developing, it didn't happen, or he didn't start to experience them until around the same age as I am, and I'm 22. So I'm going to be bringing you guys along on my journey. I will do more what I eat in a day, learning recipes, things like that, just kind of being real with you guys as I always do here. And I'll also probably do the same thing on my TikTok. It's not like I'm a different person or like anything in my lifestyle is changing other than that aspect of it. So my content isn't gonna drastically change into only about this, but it is part of my life. And this light keeps dying on me, so I will just see you guys in Whole Foods. I'm on my way to Whole Foods so I can get what I want to get, which is pretty much some sort of obviously gluten-free bread or crackers, I don't know, like little croissant vibing things, because I love croissants, and I'm so upset that I'm going to be missing out on croissants. I'm going to be missing out obviously on a lot of things, like breaded steak that I love, this pizza that I love, like so many things, but we're gonna find substitutions for them. The bill was $30. We love Whole Foods. I'm probably not gonna come here for everything, but I just wanted to like browse, see what they have compared to like other supermarkets. This is just a little rundown of some of the groceries that they were able to pick up. So some gluten-free pasta, some oats, which not all oats are gluten-free, so you just have to make sure they have the label, and Bob's Red Mill, we really like that brand. And they also had these chocolate chip cookie mix, also gluten-free panko, breadcrumbs for when I make like anything chicken, fish, and then these Back to Human crackers, chicken nuggets that have breadcrumb but it's gluten-free, so that's also fun because it can have chicken, it's just the breadcrumb that's the problem. Some siete chips, these hints of lime ones, and then bread. Cookies were actually really good. Dinner was really good. It was tilapia with panko breadcrumbs that was just plain, and it's the gluten-free ones, and then gluten-free penne pasta, which everything was really good, and broccoli. So really good meal, really good little dessert. And now I'm gonna just kind of like end off my night, and I'm just ending off this video because the purpose was just to kind of announce it, bring you guys along this new journey. And I wanted to say though that like nowadays there's so many options for like gluten-free stuff. There's definitely like way more than probably there was a long time ago, so that's a good thing because there's plenty of options. You know, it is pricey, a lot of the stuff now with inflation anyways, but that's just kind of like what it is. I do have a doctor's appointment next week with a gastroenterologist, a gastro doctor, let's say, just to follow up because they specialize in celiac, so going to do that. So I am going to be following up there, and obviously just following along this new diet of mine. Like I said, I'm glad that I told you guys now finally, because I mean I just found out, but I wanted to tell you guys now I need to be more mindful of everything, how I'm honestly feeling or doing. It's like, honestly, it didn't process right away. It was kind of just like, it was one of those things where maybe this will answer some sort of my questions with like my skin and bloating, but at the same time it's like you don't think it's gonna actually the positive test result, I guess you could say. So I feel alright. I mean, sometimes I'm kind of like, I get upset about it because I'm just thinking about going out to dinners and like just worrying about cross-contamination and all this stuff, which is hard to control, but it'll be fine. It is what it is. You know, 2023 really said, here you go. But we'll get it under control, and that's what's all that matters now that I know. And hopefully my skin improves and overall my health everything just, I guess, goes better than it was, and we heal. And yeah, it's a lifestyle change, but I'm going to bring you guys along the journey. Like I said, I'm still going to be doing my other content, so don't worry, but just showing you guys more about this. And yeah, comment down below if you also, or maybe you stumbled upon this video because you maybe just found out, or you have it as well. And yeah, comment down below so we can all unite and just talk about it in the comments. If not, just leave a comment for me saying how your day was today, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video.